William Chatterton Dix was born in 1837. He developed a passion for literature and poetry at a young age, due to the influence of his father. He attended church in England, but was soured by its abundance of rules and lack of passion. He felt like the church wanted nothing to do with poetry and the passion that he loved. When William had completed his schooling, he moved to Scotland and got into business and quickly rose to success. Money had become his primary focus. At the age of 29, William suddenly became extremely ill and bedridden. The doctors had no idea of what the cause of the sickness was, but they were sure that it would eventually claim his life. He spent all his wealth trying to find a cure, but it did not work. After a few months, he gave up all hope and thought that he would never be well again. He fell into a deep depression. When he had reached bottom, God reached out to him and transformed his heart. He began to realize that God was not a distant, stale, passionless God, but rather an intimate, passionate God who cared deeply about him. From his bed, William started to write poem after poem, even though he thought he would still soon die. He knew that his purpose left on earth was to write poetry for the Lord, for His glory. A few months passed and he found himself getting stronger and healthier. To his doctor's amazement, he eventually became well enough to go back to work. But this time, money was no longer important. His family encouraged him to put his poems to music. But because he was not musical, he paired a few poems with familiar melodies. One poem was called The Manger Throne. He put the lyrics over a traditional British melody known as Greensleeves, and with that, the song, What Child Is This?, was born. This beloved Christmas song was inspired by Matthew chapter 2, where it calls all Christians to turn from the ways of Herod and, like the shepherds and the Magi, to raise the song on high to the Word made flesh, to the King of Kings, our salvation.